video. All right, before we'll talk about that in a few minutes. We have our next guest is waiting patiently. Let's get him on here. Here he is returning, our good friend, the one and only Mr. Jacob Cade. Jacob, what's going on, man?
How are you, man? I'm doing good. We just set out for Wisconsin, ready to go Rockfest, and man, couldn't be happier. I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked to be talking with you, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, dude. First off, thank you, man. Like, it was like Christmas morning last week. I get this big box from Jacob with a ton of merch, shirts, stickers, pins, pics. I mean, CDs, everything. Dude, thank you so much for sending that stuff for us to give out down in Nashville, man. Can't wait.
Oh, dude, of course, man. I mean, we love doing that stuff. I mean, me and my manager and my mom, we just love to, take care of the people that support us, and we love, building that whole family. With us, it's all about family, and so, you dig our stuff and you're supporting us, and we wouldn't be anywhere without people like you. So that's kind of our way to give a little thank you to you. So yeah, man, of course, anytime, anything you need, man, we're always here. We're always a call away or an email away or whatever. But yeah, man, I hope it all goes well with all that cool stuff. I'm super stoked. I know you got some of the new merch that we just got in, which I'm super stoked. I think it looks really cool.
So what happened? Like, so it's not just Jacob Cade anymore. It's a whole new band, whole new lineup. It's The Broken now.
Yes, yeah, man. So really, the story behind that is all my life, ever since I discovered music, ever since I started playing guitar and that whole thing, started building this dream. The dream was to have a band and to be a part of a band that goes by one name, and that's kind of like this singular entity that, is like, all the bands that I was into, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, all those guys, they had a name, and they had a group of guys that went out and played, and they were the same crew, and, they just rocked, and they had that image and that cool thing. And so I've been kind of searching for that my whole career, if you will, and finally I found a couple guys that it just worked with. So I started playing at churches, right? And I was playing one weekend in Parker and met this guy, Mike Bosenkamp. And we just, started talking about music, started kind of sharing, what type of music we were into. And I was like, dude, this guy's really awesome. And he's a cool hang, and he plays killer drums. So I was like, well, what if, someday we could get together and jam, whatnot. So we got offered a tour, or I got offered a tour, and asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to go out and do the thing? She was like, yeah, let's do it. And so we went out on the road with the Planet Axe tour with Brian Roxy and Brandon Kids, Joe Kosha. And then along with that, I needed a bass player. So I knew this guy that played guitar. He had played around the circuit in Colorado for ever since, when I was playing it. And so we kind of had met through that, and then he moved to L.A. But I followed him on Instagram and stuff, so I just messaged him, and I was like, hey, would you want to do this tour? It's a bass gig, though. Would you want to play bass? And he was like, for you, yeah, I'll play bass. And so I was like, awesome, let's do this thing. So went out on this tour, did the thing, and by the time we went out on the tour, I had this album of music done, which was kind of a newer direction for all the stuff that I've been doing in the past, more of a pop punk, kind of Green Day-ish and Neck Deep-ish. I don't know if you know the band called Neck Deep, but they're real inspiration behind like what I was writing. And so finished these songs, went out on the road with these guys, and then I'd been getting the masters of these songs on the road. So we were in the RV, and I would play these masters for them, and I was like, check this music out. And so they were like, this music is awesome. I love this stuff. This is great. Like, I would love to play this and stuff. And so more and more it started kind of turning into that vibe of, well, what if these are the guys? And so it turned out they were. And at the end of the tour, I was like, yo, what do you guys think about doing this thing, putting the band together and, joining in for the haul, for the long haul. And so they were like, yeah, of course, let's do it. And it was pretty weird because the whole time that I've been playing music and doing this whole thing, it seemed so hard to find people, to find good dudes to do that with. And it just kind of like came together so quickly. It was awesome. It was definitely sent down from heaven, man. So that's kind of what happened. And then we were like, all right, let's do it. So we put everything together again. It all came super quick, and I put together some artwork, put together a name, and then here we are going to Rockfest, about to unveil it for the first time to the masses. So I'm super stoked.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't your father in your band before?
Yes, he's actually going to come play with us at Rockfest on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
So
cool.
He's still in it. My dad, Jacob Cade, he's still holding down the low end for us. And yeah, dude, it's awesome. I've played with my dad for since I started playing in a band forever.
Cool.
So it's just like we have that kind of connection, and he knows what I want to hear, and I know what he wants to hear, and it kind of just works really well. But yeah, my dad's a big part of this whole thing, and my mom, I'm sure you know, is also a big part of this whole thing. She's the manager of all of it. But yeah, man, he's still here, still holding it down, and playing like nobody's business, man.
So this whole thing, were you scared at all? I mean, because you had put so much time into, not only just the Jacob Cade music and kind of solo thing, but the whole branding and everything. Like, were you kind of scared? Because now you're almost starting fresh. You know what I mean? Like a whole fresh slate.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I mean, honestly, no, because it's something. When I came up with the idea and it kind of was becoming a reality, something I could just do, it just felt like the right thing, and it felt like something that I could really get behind, and something that I had wanted forever, like I said. So to me, I think it's not so much being scared, it's actually being glad that I'm taking this other step, because I feel like it's something more for not only me but for fans, for people to latch onto. Like a band and a crew of guys that kind of if you wanted to into the nitty gritty of it, the branding and that whole thing, it's a cooler thing, and it gives me freedom to be more creative with what we do, and be more creative with the songs that we write and the show. And also I have guys in the band that I can bounce ideas off of, which I haven't really had before. It's always been hired guns, people that I have this music, this is how we're gonna play it, check it out, and then we'll do it. And now I I have this music, I have this song, it's not really done yet, but what do you think of this? Or when we're putting together a show, it's hey, what if you do this and stuff? And they're oh yeah, that's really cool. And it's well, yeah, I can write what do you think of this type of thing? And it's kind of more of a cool camaraderie that I've been waiting for almost my whole life. I mean, I don't know if you've watched the making of Pump by Aerosmith, but they
years ago.
Yeah, right. And so that's kind of something that I've wanted, what those guys are able to do. Now I'm able to do it, and it feels just so much better and so awesome. It feels like I have this thing, and even when people recognize me, wherever I am, if I'm walking on the street, people you're Jacob Cade. It's awesome to be yeah, I'm Jacob Cade from The Broken. It just feels cool to do that for me. But yeah, and it's weird because it's reverse. Most people start out in a band and then branch out on their own, and I'm kind of doing it in a reverse way. But honestly, I couldn't be more excited, and I guess as far as fear goes, as an artist, I'm always scared to put out stuff, and I'm always worried what will people think, or what, how is this going to be received by the public. But honestly, it's part of the game, and if you're not scared of what you're putting out, you're not trying hard enough. So That's what I think. Yeah.
Does it does it kind of relieve pressure off you too? Because now it's not the focus is not Jacob Cade, it's the whole band.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of. But still the pressure's there because, I am, it's like, to me, only the name has really changed. And it's like, still I have to put forth my full 100% effort in being, Jacob Cade on stage. I have to dance around, I have to, bring the show that I know I can do, and then even better than what I know I can do. So the pressure is still kind of on, but it's a good pressure. I feel like it's just like I still push myself with the whole thing, and it's like I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just like it's still that like good kind of competitive energy that's in me that I don't think will ever really go away. But it's definitely really awesome that I can at any point in time be like Michael Bodenkamp on drums, and then he plays a solo, and then I can like take a breather on stage for a little bit because the dude can play some drums, man. It's amazing. And also, everyone sings in the band now, so it's kind of it's kind of relieved like some of the vocal aspects of it for me, where I can, here's a background vocal part, you guys sing this part, and then I'll come back in with the lead, and then I'll back out, and then you sing that other part, and I'll come back in with the lead again, so that's kind of another thing. It's just like, it's there's more cool things that we can do, and there's more different ways to look at songs and stuff like that, so that's really like where that kind of comes in as far as like pressure and sort of, bit of a relief on me live, I guess, is what you could say.
But now, how about this is only like you guys just did your first live show, didn't you? Just recently, like so, Rockfest is like your second live show. The lineup.
Yes, yeah. Well, actually, it's our third. But
okay.
The first one we played in France, which was a Jacob Cade show. We had already been booked for a while before, but it was the same lineup. We went and did that. We even played a couple of new songs, which was incredible. France is beautiful, and it was just like my first time out of the. I shouldn't say out of the country because I've been in Mexico City, but my first time out playing music, and my first time that far away from home. So that was like a really, really cool experience, and we had a lot of fun there. And then we did our first The Broken official show here in Colorado at a place called Bellwether, which is like one of my favorite places on earth. We played in the basement, and we just packed this place, and it was hot, it was sweaty, it was loud, it was very, very, very punk, which is what we were going for. So that was incredible, and it was like it kind of like made me a little emotional even because of like the people that showed out, and it being the first show under this new name and this new crew and the whole bit, and all these people came to check it out and like, or into the music and like buying merch and couldn't wait to see us and that whole bit. It was just really, really cool. And so that's how our first show went, and then our second show is Rockfest, and it's like, which might be, the biggest crowd I've ever played for in my whole career. So it's like, it's really cool, man. Things are just almost, like I said, the stars are aligning, and it's epic. I'm almost on cloud 9 right now.
Now, where did you come up with the name for the Broken? Like any special meaning behind it, or?
It does, yeah, man. So I've been searching for names for a while, like a long while before the band kind of came together, and I just, like I said, I've always wanted to be in a band, so I was like, well, I'm going to come up with a name, just kind of, fumble around with it. And I came up with this thing called, originally was The Broken Ones. And then we were recording the record, talking to Glenn and Rich from the Spot Studios, and we were, throwing around stuff and whatever, and I was like, dude, The Broken, that sounds kind of cool, just The Broken. It's kind of got a cool vibe to it. It rolls off the tongue real nice. And so how I came up with the broken, like what I've kind of put behind it as far as meaning. I think that as people, all of us are inside a little bit broken in some way, and if not a lot broken in some way. We all have that thing that, you know, that is inside of us that is kind of hard to shake and hard to get over, that in most cases defines the person and defines how you act, defines how you think about things, whether, you know, it's something bad that happened to you, or, you know, a broken relationship, or a death, or whatever it may be in that certain person's life. It's broken inside of you, and it's kind of defines who you are. But, you know, eventually, I think sometimes you kind of grow thankful for it, because you end up, you know, loving the person that you are, and loving who you are, and being comfortable in your own skin. And I think that's kind of where I came from. It's just like that broken thing inside of me, and that broken thing inside of everybody else that you see, that you hear about once you get to know them a little bit. It's in a way a little bit fascinating to me. So I just felt like it was very fitting for not only the genre that we're going into, which is very much a poetic, lyrical genre, but, you know, it's just something that I really, really appreciate and really like about people and about human beings and the way society works, that whole bit. So, yeah, man, that's really where it comes from.
Well, speaking about being poetic, so the first single and video just came out the other day. It's called Your Existence. And I got to ask, like, so is this song about anybody? Did somebody, you know what I mean? It sounds like somebody did you wrong.
Yeah, I knew the question was coming, man. I was waiting for it. Yeah, dude. Essentially, this song is about something that happened in the past, but like all my other songs, I write about things that happened to me in real life, and you know, real people, and it's just that's how I get across my music. Someone just the other day asked me, like, "Well, do you journal?" And I'm like, "Well, no, my music, my lyrics are my journal," and so that's kind of how I look at all my songs. They're just, you know, feelings that I have inside about, you know, people that have done me wrong, or something that has happened that was exciting, or something that happened that made me sad or made me angry, or whatever it might be. I write about it, because music really is my outlet, and it's the only thing that I use to kind of channel all that stuff out of it. I really can't get over anything until I write a song about it.
Sure.
So yeah, to answer your question, it's real. It's about a real thing that happened to me, but it turned into something great, and I think it really made me who I am today. So I'm not bitter about it or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, to any fans out there that might be listening, all my music it's about real stuff, and it's about stuff that I hope that, you know, you guys can kind of latch on to. And if you're dealing with the same thing, I hope that any musician will say, there's any artist, like, we hope that it just helps you, you know. It's just like something that you can relate to, because, man, I know I've listened to a bunch of music that has helped me through, you know, what I went through as well. So
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Sure. Now, did you guys recorded an EP, I think?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Did you guys record an EP, or are you working on an EP, or?
Oh, yeah, we did record an EP. It's actually all the music is done, it's mastered, and we're just, we released the first single. We're going to release another single here pretty soon, and also another music video, which I'm super stoked about. I've never been able to have this much freedom with music videos before, so I'm really, really stoked about it. But yeah, we have a whole EP recorded and ready to put out there, and super stoked to be touring and playing these songs live, because I can tell you right now, we've been rehearsing a lot, getting this new live set together, and every time we play it in our rehearsal space, it pumps me up so much, man. I'm like, these are going to be some fun shows. Once the crowd kind of gets familiar with the music and, comes in and just starts jumping around, and, we've incorporated a lot of cool things in the live set, which, I haven't done before and haven't been able to do because I haven't had, this much rehearsal time with the same 4 dudes in a long time. So we're bringing it to you, man. But yeah, super stoked.
Now, is it all new music? Will you be playing any of the older stuff, or a whole fresh start completely?
We are. Yeah, we are. We're playing a few Jacob Cade songs. Yeah, and then
cool.
all the new stuff as well. So it's just it's really not trying to paint myself into any sort of box with the whole thing, because this band can also do takes the rock and roll, and plays pop punk music. We can even do I've some killer blues. Like we don't really have we try not to have a limit, and even who knows, maybe some sort of electronic beat might make its way into this sort of thing. But we just we try and just branch out and do different things and stuff. And so I think part of that is just playing whatever we want to play and playing whatever's fun to play, because I feel like if it's fun for the band to play, then it'll be fun for the crowd to listen to and watch and sing along to as well. So, and also a lot of the some of the Jacob Cade songs people want to hear. So that's another thing that's kind of it's a cool thing. I've never really. It's always been a dream of mine to be able to say that, to be like, yeah, well, these people want to hear this song, so we'll play it for them, So that's really cool to me.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, of course.
That's awesome. So, all right, so where should we send everybody to go to learn more about The Broken? And the single is up it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we got a music video on YouTube. It's The Broken. It's THEBRKN is how it's spelled. And the song is called Your Distance. The song is also on Spotify and Apple Music, all the places you can get music, that you can stream music and all that sort of thing. The song's on there. That's The Broken's first single. And you can also go to Instagram. Instagram's a good way to get a hold of me specifically, and get a hold of all of us. We always are checking it. And it's at The Broken, THEBRKN. Super simple. So go there, toss us a follow, and chances are we'll probably follow you back. And if you want to talk to us, send us a message, and we'll get back to you. And we love to talk to the fans. We love to if they want to tell us something, we love to hear it. If they have a question, we love to answer it. And so yeah, man, that's really the best places that you can find us. Also on Facebook under the same name, The Broken. We're also on Twitter. All the social media sites, we're there. And then as far as all the other music, under Jacob Cade, there's some more stuff there that we play live. That is the Hunger EP that I put out not too long ago as well, which has all the tunes that I worked on with Michael Wagner in Nashville, and with Lizzie Hale and Rachel Bolan and Paul Taylor. So there's all that stuff. But yeah, man, The Broken. Essentially, you just search that up, THEBRKN, and we're there. And our website, I believe, has gone live. So that's there. We have a bunch of sweet merch and a bunch of cool. I really love the logo that The Broken has,
cool.
and I'm super stoked about it. So yeah, go check it out, and message us if you have anything to say, and if you want to know anything. And yeah, man, check out the merch. But more importantly, check out the music and let us know what you think.
That's awesome. Jacob, dude, again, thank you so much for sending all that. Congrats on The Broken and everything happening. Blow them away at Rockfest. Just do me that little favor.
What's that? Say that one more time. I'm sorry. The car got
Just
a little loud.
blow them away for me at Rockfest.
Oh, man. Will do. You got it, brother.
And I'm going to play the single for everybody now, too, so they can hear what's going on, what you're making.
Amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Dude, thank you.
I'm stoked about that, dude. Heck
Absolutely.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me, dude. Anytime.
Always, man.
Yeah, anytime you want to talk, I'm around.
Cool. Jacob, thanks so much. And here it is. Here's The Broken, their first single. It's called Your Existence.